Do you like stories? I do. I like ones that ask you questions, that make you think and make you dream. I want to tell you a special story that will ask a very important question. How do we know the wind is real when it can't be seen? What makes a thought be real when living inside our dreams? How do we know the things we feel live on, take shape, mean more to you and me? What makes us real? What makes us real? What are we made of? Just bones, muscles, and skin. What makes us different than a leaf blown in the wind?
How do we know the sky will fall on a day like today?
What is the magic that we've lost that helps us find our way?
You'll find the answer is complex, and yet it's just as simple as a boy with his toy. What makes us real? What makes us real? What makes us real? There was one who found the answer. This is the story of a toy. A very plain, ordinary toy. A velveteen rabbit. Our story begins on Christmas Day. Excitement is in the air. The feeling that hopes and dreams are coming true, and surprises are lurking in stockings and wrapping paper. And a young boy, so innocent and full of good cheer, came quickly down to see all that was brought here. In his stocking there were toys that were state of the art. They were made to seem real, at least try to play the part. From a train engine that goes, a lifelike house. You'd wind her up and she'd run all over the house. But the biggest surprise of all, as his hand searched by habit, was a soft sawdust bunny, a velveteen rabbit. Although it wasn't as lifelike or as real as the other toys, something about that rabbit inspired the little boy. Had a nana, a caretaker if you will, whose job it was to see to the well-being of the boy.
Oh my boy, they're all here, all your aunts and uncles and family. It's time to put your toys away and go to the Christmas party.
Please, can I bring my velveteen rabbit?
My boy, leave it here. There's no time for play. Your family has brought you more gifts. The rabbit will just have to stay.
And with that, Nana swept the boy away. After all, it would have been rude not to see his guests and to stay in his room and play. And so, the Velveteen Rabbit was left alone with the other toys.
I like him. I really like him. Do you think that he likes me? I wonder where he's going. Do you think he's thinking of me? Do you ever stop and wonder how you end up in one place? Wondering what you are, wondering who much joy. I couldn't imagine anything more sweet. I have a purpose to be as long as he's still around. Could he make you? Could he make you? I can't wait to see. Can't wait to see.
The other toys in the nursery were quite expensive and made to appear real. Because of this, they believed themselves to be superior and looked down upon everyone else.
What have we here?
It looks like it might be a new toy, but where's its wind-up handle?
My what?
Ah, poor chap. Looks like he doesn't have a wind-up handle.
Well, maybe its gears are underneath all that fuzzy fur.
I don't think so, Train. It's just a stuffed rabbit.
I mean, this little ball of dust doesn't even move, or buzz, or squeak.
I'm afraid not.
Then what do you do all day, Bunny?
What am I supposed to do?
Well, I can chug along the tracks and carry the boys' treasures around the room.
And I can march into battle and save the day.
And I can buzz around the room and make the little boy laugh.
Well, when I was playing with the little boy just now, he seemed to be happy.
Oh,
No.
poor Bunny. You're just a stuffed sack of sawdust. Sawdust is very unfashionable these days. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this. There are soldiers, trains, and mechanical mice around. Why would anyone want to play with a sack of dust?
Look at it.
It's all lumpy.
Ugh.
What's it made of?
Kind of dingy.
Kind of live
It's a baggy sack of dusty lack of ingenuity.
with no gears or wires or any signs of electricity.
Why would anyone bother with a lifeless ball of fur?
That boy must be crazy. Any doctor would concur.
Not made to be a simile and move and act and feel.
You're not worth the time, you're not worth the dime, and let's face it, you're not real.
What do you mean real?
Look around. We're real. We move.
Whoa, we make sounds!
Here.
Well, when I play with the little boy, I imagine we can dance and run.
Need imagination when you've got the real thing.
We're all made of metal plating. You're just sawdust and string.
You're fading
We're
fast.
made to last.
All the rain.
Get off the stick.
And let's do our thing. Oh yeah. Here we go. Okay. See this dance move? Now watch this.
Oh, now.
Ready? Go train.
You might as well get out right now. We've got no use for you.
If only you could move somehow and come to life as we
You're
do.
not made to be a simile and move and act and feel.
You're not worth the time, you're not worth the dime, and let's face it, you're not real. You're not worth the time, you're not worth the dime, and let's face it, you're not real.
You're not real.
You're not real.
Say you're not real.
You're not real.
You're not real.
We all play the part.
Don't try to stop, and let's face it, you're not real. Whoa,
Among all of the new high-tech toys, the little rabbit was made to feel quite small and insignificant. The only person who was nice to it at all was the skin horse.
That's quite enough.
Oh no!
We were just showing the new toy round.
Yeah, the little dust bag looked all lost and confused.
Yeah, we were just helping it out, right, Bunny?
I think it's time the three of you go back to the cabinet.
Ooh, fine, fine. The Nana will be here soon anyway.
Yeah, I'd rather put myself away than have her drop me on my caboose again.
Yeah.
It's time the real toys get some rest for tomorrow's playtime. But Rabbit, don't forget. You're not real.
You're not real.
You're not real.
You're not real. Yeah. We all play the part, don't try to start, and let's face it, you're not real. Whoa, yeah.
lived in this nursery longer than any other. I used to play with the boy's uncle when he was young, then with his little sister, and then with his son, and now with his nephew.
That's a long time.
Very long time.
Mr. Skinhorse, I hope you don't mind, but I see that you have some bald patches. What happened?
You noticed that. Well, this used to be a smooth brown skin, but over time I've been worn and now my seams show. And this scruffy tail, most of the hair has been pulled out to make bead necklaces. Little Sally loved making bead necklaces. Johnny was so proud of her. Took a piece of me everywhere she went.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be. You see, once you've been a skin horse as long as I have, those things don't matter.
Those other toys are so shiny and tricky. Do you ever wish that you were like them?
I've seen a long line of modern and mechanical toys come to boast and swagger. But soon their paint fades and their springs break. They're just toys. They'll never be anything else.
Mr. Skinhorse, they say that I'm not real. What does it mean to be real?
Real?
Does it mean to have things buzz inside of you and have a wind-up handle?
No, it doesn't mean that at all. You see, they play the part because they're made to appear real. Because they can only show it on the outside. They never really know what it's like to feel it on the inside. You see, real isn't how you are made. What kind of gadget or how much you do. Real isn't something you create on your own. It's something that happens to you. When a child loves you, yes, really loves you, that's when it happens. When a child holds you, befriends and trusts you, that's when it happens. Not because of what you do on your own, but because of the things you've done to help them grow. That's when it happens. That's when it happens. It takes patience. It takes time. It's a long, long road down a narrow straight line. Sometimes you'll hurt, sometimes you'll grieve. But if you can be that real to someone else, that's all you'll ever need. When someone sees you, really sees you, that's when it happens. When you've given them all that you have to give, that's when it happens. They love you through thick and through thin, until there's nothing left but patches and skin. That's when it happens. That's when it happens. And it won't matter if your hair's falling out or you can hardly stand. 'Cause when you are loved, you are real to those who understand.
When you are loved, you are real.
You'll be just fine.
Mr. Skinhorse, do you think that I can ever be real like you?
The boy's uncle made me real. That was a good many years ago. Once you are real, you'll never be unreal again. If you love that boy above yourself, he'll love you back.
Could I be real to that little boy? Could he make me complete? I can't wait
use. What even is this? Little play, little time. Oh, it's just another day. Tidying up the nursery, more toys, less space, more choice, less play. 'Cause we're tidying up, tidying up, tidying up, tidying up, tidy, 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 tidy. I bet there's one that he won't miss.
Nana, I'm scared,
There's nothing to be afraid of, dear.
but I don't want to be alone.
Here, take your old buddy. It'll do to sleep with you.
She pulled the rabbit by one ear and placed it into the boy's arms.
My old bunny?
Or I can get another toy if you want.
She's so soft.
Take her for the night.
For that night, and many nights after, the Velveteen Rabbit slept in the boy's bed.
Is this the love the skin horse talked about? It feels a lot like I'm not able to breathe, like an elephant is sitting right on top of my ribs. I thought it would feel a little more metaphorical, a little more allegorical than the literal smashing of my face. Night after night he squeezes me and I get tossed around. I didn't realize I could get so seasick playing a game of lost and found. Am I a bunny or a substitute pillow? I get laid on so flat I start to feel hollow. Oh, how I wish I was back in the nursery again, hearing those stories from that old wise horse, instead of stuck here in this bed of tears with the lovely boy who always snores.
I love you, bunny. Thanks for keeping me safe.
But then he whispers to me, and what can I do? It's not so bad when we have our little chats, and I don't really mind the lovely view. He likes to hold me. I guess there's really nothing wrong with that.
And so, time went on, and the little rabbit was very happy. So happy that it never noticed how its beautiful velveteen fur was getting shabbier and shabbier, and its tail becoming unsewn, and the pink rubbed off its nose from where the boy had kissed it. Spring came, and they had long days in the garden, for wherever the boy went, the rabbit went too.
You see that cloud up there? It looks a lot like you. See the floppy ears and the cushy tail and the fluffy fur drawn all the way through. What a beautiful day to be spending time with you. Would you like some tea right there? Will it be 1 lump or 2? Can you believe what the neighbors said about you know who? What a beautiful day to be spending time with you. With you, we can tackle the world. With you, we can go anywhere, be anything. We let you stand, you let me play. The best things are said when there's nothing to say.
It's time for tea. Come along now.
Wait, let me just grab my bunny.
Why must you always have your old bunny? Fancy all that fuss for a toy.
You mustn't say that. She isn't a toy. She's real. And she can hear you.
Oh, come now. Now, no more nonsense. You can come back for your toy when your tea is done.
Now you stay right there, I'll come back for you. I've got so much planned for us both to do. What a beautiful day to be spending time with you. I'll be back to spend more time with you.
I declare if that bunny has a quite a knowing expression.
I couldn't have dreamed deeper. I couldn't have wished harder. And now what I have wished for all my life. In one single moment, in one glance in time, he said it, and at last the dream is mine. I am real. He took a look inside me and I feel it. Even though there's not much here to see, but he said it and I could scream. I want to shout out to the world. I could achieve it. I can believe it. I am real. He sees in me everything I hope to be. He believes in me. He's my family. And I'm so glad that we're both here. And this is not a dream. Living in this reality. I am real. And though they all could never understand, the faith that he held when he held my hands will prove it to the world. We'll let our flag unfurl and wave it so high they'll never tear it down. I am real. I am real.
While the little rabbit waited anxiously but patiently for the boy to return, two strange creatures crept out from the tall bracken nearby.
Quick! The humans went inside!
Now's our chance to stroll through the garden.
Oh, I don't think they'll mind if we borrow a few vegetables, right?
Not at all. After you,
Oh,
Fluffy.
thank you.
Oh,
Who's that?
I don't believe I've been introduced to that rabbit.
Yoo-hoo! New bunny! We're on our way to vegetable garden.
We might even sneak a few carrots. Oh, how rude of me.
Oh.
My name is Floppy.
Oh, and I'm Fluffy. And you are?
No need to be shy around us.
We're all bunnies here. Fluffy, I think there's something wrong with that rabbit.
Are you all right? I say, are you all right?
Look, she doesn't even have any hind legs.
Fancy a rabbit without hind legs.
How does she even dance?
Or hop, or play.
Oh, and she doesn't smell quite right either.
She smells like dust.
Oh, Floppy, I don't think this is a real rabbit at all.
She's not.
Look.
Oh,
She's not even real.
she's not real. She's not real. She's not real. How silly of her.
How strange.
Yes, very peculiar.
Oh, why would anyone bother with a lifeless ball of dust?
It all seems too confusing and dishonest, I to trust.
If you walk the walk and talk the talk and move and act and feel,
It's not worth the time, it's not worth the dime, and let's face it,
it's not real. Oh well, more carrots for us.
Wait for me, Floppy.
Come on, Floppy.
I am real, he said it. He told me. And yet they moved, they leaped, they jumped about. If I am real, why am I stuck here full of doubt? Their fur wasn't faded, no seams to be found. They were wild, they were free to jump and bound. I thought I felt what I was supposed to feel, but seeing them, it's very clear that I'm not. They just don't understand what we have. I may not be able to jump, be wild and free, but when we're together, nothing else matters, because I am real to him.
Weeks passed, and the little rabbit grew very old and dingy. But the boy loved it just the same. He loved it so much, he loved all of its whiskers off, and the pink lining of its ears turned gray, and its brown spots faded. Why, it even began to lose its shape and scarcely looked like a rabbit at all, except to the boy. To him, it was always beautiful, and that was all the little rabbit cared about. Meanwhile, in the nursery, things began to get complicated.
Something has got to be done about that bunny.
Yeah, that little sack of dust has stolen all of my playtime.
She looks less and less like a real rabbit every day, but she still gets to play.
I haven't squeaked in weeks.
I've forgotten how to toot.
Oh, I just want to play.
Good afternoon, everyone. The little boy is downstairs having lunch, so I have some time to play.
We'd rather not be seen with such a filthy creature.
Yeah, missing another whisker, I see.
And I see some of your spots are more faded than before. That's too bad. I still have all of my spots.
I know what you're trying to do, and it isn't going to work,
Oh, really? Why's that?
because I know what I am. You know where to find me if you want to play.
What? I just don't understand it. What does that bunny have that I don't?
Floppy ears.
Oh, I should be rescuing cities and saving maidens, not playing around in the nursery with a bunch of civilians.
He's not nice.
I don't even know what a civilian is.
I was built with expert precision to give the child the most realistic experience, to let him fight battles with brothers in arms and conquer the world he creates with manners and charm. But he'd rather mope around that fluff bally dopa mound than play around with his realistic maze.
It's like the boy's gone dense.
Yeah, it's like the boy can't see straight.
By some entanglement cloud his good and common sense. We need to save him from himself. I feel the winds of change a blow. The fluff's a vix.
A witch?
Ooh, she's an elf.
No.
Oh, no.
The bunny has got to go.
How can the boy be normal while he tags with old Pugawong?
He spends his time with the riffraff and eats a taste of the formal.
You've got to help that boy along, though the rain may turn to snow. take the lead. One play and he's done.
And there's no more fun.
And the toy chest is getting musty. So let's retaliate with great fervor and let the past be but a blur. We got everything to lose and it's all because of her. So now it's time to take a stand. We can't let her get the upper hand.
We got all the bells and whistles.
Bigger and better than an old bag of bristles.
Wherever the boy goes, he'll have us in tow.
All we need now is a place she can stow.
The little garbage sack out the window below. 'Cause with
All of the uncertainty, there's one thing we know.
the bunny has got to go.
The bunny has got to go.
Got my tail.
Before his love for her can grow, there is one thing we know. The bunny has got to go.
The bunny
Has got to go.
Because the other toys in the nursery were so busy plotting against the Velveteen Rabbit, they neglected to keep an eye out for their greatest adversary.
What?
At that moment, Nana stormed into the nursery.
Don't drop me on my caboose again!
Week after week, mess after mess, it's the kind of magic I'd rather not address. I'm drowning in a sea of just more toys, toys, toys. It's just another day, tidying up the nursery. It takes a special boy to make this room feel so cramped. It's just another thing that gets little use, little play, little time. Oh, it's just another day, tidying up the nursery. More toys, less things, come on. Less toys, more play. 'Cause we're tidying up, tidying up, tidying up, tidying up, tidy, 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 tidy. I bet there's one that he won't miss. Dear, are you all right?
I feel sick, Nana.
Come here. Oh my. Oh, you are burning. Let's get you to bed and I'll call the doctor.
Wait, my bunny.
Very well, but you must get some rest.
My rabbit will be after me.
And the rabbit went to comfort the boy. The boy was so warm that he heated the toy. The toy hoped and prayed with all of its might, as strangers came calling all through the night.
How is he?
I'm afraid it's quite serious. Scarlet fever. I've never seen it come on so quickly.
Oh, poor lad.
I'm afraid there's no cure.
Isn't there anything we can do?
We've done everything we can. All we can do now is wait and pray for a miracle.
Stay with me. Here with me. I won't let you go. Leave you all alone. Let me take this pain away. I am here to stay.
And the rabbit felt quite sure that if it held the boy real tight, it could do what the others couldn't do. It could save that boy tonight. The rabbit was valiant and stayed by his side. It stayed through the shivers and sweats until it knew more help would arrive. And through a whisper the rabbit heard that sweet little voice say,
I love you, bunny. Thanks for keeping me safe.
I will always keep you safe. I will always be your friend. You taught me how to love. I will be here
chanting the words, but he found the fever had broken. The rabbit so happy its heart could burst, for it knew its love for the child had set him free from the sickness that came that night to the nursery.
Thank you, Doctor, for all of your help.
It's quite miraculous, really. His health's returning so quickly.
He's a good, strong boy.
Yes. All we need to do is disinfect the room with the germs.
Oh, yes, yes, of course. What do you suggest?
Well, everything the boy has touched will have to be burnt.
Burnt? You don't mean...
Madam, we have to rid the room of this virus and destroy it. Everything he's touched, his bedding, his books, his toys, all must be set to fire.
Even this?
That is a mass of scarlet fever germs. Burn it immediately. He mustn't have that anymore.
And so, the Velveteen Rabbit was placed into a sack with some old picture books and a lot of rubbish, and carried out to the garden behind the fowl house where, in the morning, it was to be burnt.
How did I end up here, alone and cold, afraid, with no one to comfort me? How did I get here, after having spent day and night with that lovely boy in the nursery? How can I keep you safe from all alone in this dark place? We were supposed to change the world, show everyone what it means to be real. How can I now let go of those happy times, the memories shared, those beautiful days we did, the things no one would dare? I hope someday that you will understand that you made me more than I am. You made me real. You gave me purpose. You helped me feel. You gave your time. You gave your love. You gave me life. No matter how far you go to get your dreams, it may take longer than it sometimes seems. I wanted so much to just be free, but now all I want is for one more chance to tell you that I miss you, that I love you. You helped me be more than I could ever be on my.
And a tear, a real tear, trickled down its little shabby velvet nose and fell to the ground. And then a strange thing happened. For where the tear had fallen, a flower grew out of the ground. And presently, the blossom opened. And out of it, there stepped a beautiful fairy.
What?
Little rabbit, don't you know who I am?
I've never seen you before.
I am the nursery magic fairy. I take care of all of the playthings that the children have loved. And when they are old and worn out, and the children don't need them anymore, then I come and I take them away with me, and I make them real.
Wasn't I real before?
You were real to the boy, because he loved you. But now, you will be real to everyone.
When the fairy kissed the rabbit, she transformed. Instead of dingy velveteen, she had brown fur, soft and shiny. Her ears twitched by themselves, and her whiskers were so long they brushed the grass. She took a single leap of joy on her new hind legs. At last, she was real. At that moment, the two forest bunnies returned.
What's this?
A fairy!
A real fairy?
What do we do?
Quick, hide!
Ah!
Oh, no. Don't be frightened. I brought you a new playmate.
A new playmate?
Ooh, she smelled familiar.
Well, you've met her before, though she may look a little different now.
Floppy, do you remember that pretend bunny we met in the vegetable?
You mean the unreal rabbit is now a real rabbit?
Ooh!
You must be very kind to her and teach her all that she needs to know, for she is a good and special bunny with a loving heart, and she will live with you forever and ever.
Sounds good to me!
Me too.
Now run along and play, bunny.
You mean I can really run and play?
And hop. Like this. Hop. 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 You're very good at that.
Oh, thank you.
Here to join us, we're on our way to the vegetable garden. That's what real bunnies do.
Real.
Are you coming?
Yes.
All right. Don't forget to hop.
But what about the little boy? I'm going to miss him very much.
Well, you will watch him grow up, and his love for you will never change, just as yours will never change for him.
Autumn passed, and then winter. And in the spring, when the days grew warm and sunny, the boy went outside to play. One day, while he was playing, a rabbit crept out from the grass.